Hello everyone. Welcome to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Today we're unpacking the story that jolted timelines from quiet curiosity to full-on frenzy. Hazal and Çağatay Ulusoy reunited for a brand new romantic comedy, and the promo cut includes a kiss that nobody saw coming. If you enjoy clear, respectful deep dives, you can run straight through text-to-speech, hit like, subscribe, and consider tapping join to support more long-form coverage. Now, let's get into it. There are celebrity moments that feel engineered, and there are those rare seconds that land like weather, sudden, undeniable, and immediately shared. The closing beat of the film's first teaser belongs to the second category. After a minute of quick, witty cuts, coffee shop banter, cramped elevator silence, the chaotic charm of a street market, the frame settles. The music drops to a delicate thread. Hazal and Çağatay Ulusoy face each other as city noise blurs into a soft hush. A breath, a flicker, and then the kiss, brief, grounded, and so precisely timed it feels both spontaneous and inevitable. Cut to title. Black screen. Internet ignition. Let's rewind to the beginning. The project arrived quiet, a romantic comedy with a grown-up center, less sugar, more salt, promising characters who spar with intelligence and find their way to tenderness without losing their edge. Industry whispers said the creative team wanted a tone that respects the audience's memory of classic pairings while refusing clichés. If you're going to build that kind of film, you don't cast chemistry, you cast craft. Enter Hazal and Çağatay, two actors who can hold subtext in a pause and make a single look carry a paragraph of dialogue. On set, the approach was surgical. Blocking rehearsals favored minimalism, fewer marks, clearer stakes, space for micro-reactions. The camera team built a visual language around restraint, a steady lens that earns its close-ups instead of chasing them, a color palette that lets skin tones breathe, and lighting tuned for faces, not filters. Costume echoed character without shouting, practical elegance for Hazal, unshowy tailoring for Çağatay, silhouettes that move naturally in a city that never stops moving. The marketing strategy followed the same principle: let one strong image carry the campaign. Instead of a montage of declarations, the teaser asked for one unforced kiss. According to people close to the production, the director wanted that final beat to feel less like a plot twist and more like an answer: two characters who have argued well, listen better, and finally step into the space they've been circling for a reel. The choreography was intentionally light. No staged dip, no fireworks in the background, no melodrama. Just proximity, breath, a soft laugh that wasn't in the script, and the kind of eye contact that makes audiences lean forward without realizing it. The result? Immediate, measurable, and global. Hashtags surged in Turkish, English, Spanish, and Arabic within minutes of the drop. Fan pages stitched together archival clips from earlier collaborations, threading them into mini-essays about why these two share an unusually durable screen language. Critics praised the teaser's confidence: no synopsis text cards, no narrator, no over-explanation, just character, rhythm, and a single decisive image. Even the skeptics conceded that the moment landed because it was staged like real life, short, unlabored, and truthful. Of course, when a kiss lands that cleanly, interpretations multiply. Some fans read it as confirmation that the film will steer clear of fake obstacles and let two intelligent people fall in love without turning them into caricatures. Others argued it marks a tonal pivot, still playful, but with emotional ballast, grown-up romance for an audience that's grown up with these actors. A smaller camp took the meta route: perhaps the kiss isn't simply romantic, perhaps it's a mission statement about the kind of Turkish cinema that can travel: credible intimacy, character-first storytelling, and actors trusted enough to carry silence. Inside the production, the mood after the teaser went live was focused rather than frantic. The publicity team fielded requests, the directors locked the next trailer's shape, and the edit suite guarded footage like it was oxygen. One thing the team agreed on quickly: do not dilute the power of that last shot by posting alternate angles or longer versions. Let the teaser be the teaser. Leave room for the feature to surprise. Let's talk about the scene itself, because the craft deserves the spotlight. The camera sits slightly off-axis, which does two subtle things at once: It avoids a staged, dead-center tableau and creates a sense of lived-in space, as if the audience is present but politely to the side. The sound design backs it up. The city isn't erased, it's softened. You still hear it, distant conversation, a crosswalk chirp, a cup set down a street away, but the frequencies dip just enough for the actor's breath to register. No swelling strings, no vocal crescendo, no cinematic trompe-l'oeil to instruct your feelings. It's a director trusting two performers to make small choices that read big. Hazal's approach to the moment is anchored in stillness. She lets the face do the work, eyes that flicker with recognition rather than revelation, a micro-smile that plays like remembering, not discovering. Çağatay meets that energy with equally quiet confidence, a step that closes distance without invading it, a pause long enough to ask permission without needing a spoken line, and a lean-in that reads as mutual rather than initiated. The kiss is short. It's better for it. It leaves a remainder, a sense that the conversation continues off-screen, which is exactly how you convince an audience to buy tickets. How did we get to this final beat? The teaser hints at an answer without giving away the map. We see occupational worlds that intersect, her competence tested by a complicated client, his calm disrupted by an unforeseen obligation. We see their first sparring match in a cafe line, the kind you replay later because you think of a better comeback on the ride home. We catch a 3-second shot of them sharing an umbrella, not because they're in love yet, but because it's raining and there's only one dry path across a puddled street. Then, a popped elevator fuse, that awkward half-smile strangers exchange when the lights pretend to abandon you, and the grounded comedy that comes from two people too smart to panic. Little moments, quietly stacked, make the last moment inevitable. Social media did what social media does, but in a way that surprised even optimists, it stayed mostly generous. Instead of interrogating private lives or pitting fan bases against each other, the best posts praised the work, the edit's rhythm, the blocking's restraint, and the choice to make the kiss a punctuation mark rather than a headline. Editors on fan accounts slowed the final 3 seconds to demonstrate how eye lines lock, how shoulders relax, how breath sinks, a masterclass in why audiences believe what they see. Naturally, a wave of speculation rose. Was the kiss scripted to the millimeter, or did the actors improvise its exact timing in the final take? The practical answer lives somewhere in between. Good directors define the frame, establish consent and beats, then invite two professionals to live truthfully inside that architecture. Whether Hazal's soft laugh came from the character or the person hardly matters, it reads as reality, and reality is what the scene needed most. There's also a broader industry context. Romantic comedies are resurging globally, but audiences demand a different flavor, romance that respects intelligence, humor that doesn't punch down, and chemistry that's earned rather than declared. This film appears to be speaking that language fluently. By giving actors like Hazal and Çağatay Ulusoy the room to play small and honest, the creative team is betting on a timeless truth: scale is nice, but intimacy travels farther. What should fans expect next? Look for a second trailer that pivots from mood to map, sharper edges of plot, a glimpse of the complication that keeps Act 2 honest, and maybe one full scene where the screenplays would has room to breathe. Do not expect a longer version of the kiss, holding it back is the right call. Expect interviews that talk process rather than gossip, and behind-the-scenes stills that showcase crew craft, DP, gaffer, costume, sound, because this campaign is clearly treating the film as an ensemble effort, on and off camera. Before we close, a quick word on boundaries. When an on-screen kiss lands this hard, the temptation is to transfer that feeling onto off-screen lives. Resist the urge. Admire the trust that makes a scene like this possible without demanding proof of anything beyond the frame. The respect you show the people in the story is the same respect they poured into telling it well. Here's the clean summary you can repeat. Hazal and Çağatay Ulusoy headline a new romantic comedy whose first teaser ends with a brief, grounded kiss. The moment, staged with restraint, ignited global buzz because it felt earned, not flashy. The campaign is betting on character-first storytelling, credible intimacy, and two actors skilled enough to make silence speak. That combination, more than any marketing stunt, is why this film already feels like an event. If this deep dive style is your speed, like the video, subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next update. In the comments, tell us what you noticed in the final 3 seconds, eye lines, breath, or that near invisible smile. Your observations help shape our next breakdown. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.